Episode 119 to put it on some. You hit with your homeboy for your homeboy Tim G. Jake. You know, talking about make sure you subscribe, and share. You feel me? Can't talk NFL being back without talking about one of the driving forces of the NFL, and that is fantasy football.
You gotta have it.
Okay? And I'm gonna do a humble brag here.
Oh,
I know that's oxymoronic. A humble brag. But
Yeah.
America, you are looking at two fantasy football dudes. Like we are numerous time champions. That's what you're looking at.
Yeah, we woke up like this.
Okay. So I'm telling y'all, this year, you might want to pay attention to what we talking about. Okay. Y'all be listening to Matthew Berry and them, and they led you astray numerous. I know they led me astray plenty of times.
Yeah.
You might as well listen to your homeboy first and check. Okay.
Yeah, man.
But man, just want to talk to y'all, talk to the people, talk to America, talk to the world. What y'all do this year? All right. Who y'all go get? Who'd you take with your first round? What are your feelings about your team overall? Did you get the sleepers that you wanted? Did you get those guys, those gems? Did you get some steals? Did you miss out on some guys? What did you do this year? Okay. I know T, for me, with my first round pick, I went and got a guy that I did want. A guy that I think some of my brothers might be down on during our discussion of our divisional picks.
Right.
Okay. I think my brother Tim G. Jacob is a little down on this guy this year. I know my nephew is a lot of down on this guy. Shout out to George. And that is Derrick Henry. I think I had the 5th pick in our league. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm in only one league, America.
Yeah.
Okay. League of integrity. I'm in one league only. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to do another league with my young boys, but I wanted to focus on this one money league this year. I am determined to get this one done this year. But I went and got Derrick Henry, man. He's just a generational talent to me, man. He's generational. I know what Jonathan Taylor is. He's the young, new, hot thing, fresh off the lot, dope-ass line. He had all the yards last year. This motherfucker Derrick Henry, I know he's coming off the injury, but this dude generational to me, man. I just ain't seen such. That big, that fast. He's fast. The man had damn near 1,000 yards last year in 8 games.
He did.
I just played the motherfucker last night on Madden in the Super Bowl. And America, I'm not finna say that the Madden simulations play out the way real life does. I'm not gonna do like Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless and Shannon Shaw were really discussing that shit.
Yeah,
Madden simulations. Okay, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, way too much.
Okay, but that motherfucker had 200 yards on me last night. In the boat, we won now.
Wait, did you have 8 in the box,
bro? I threw everything. That motherfucker had 20 plus broken tackles, I think. This motherfucker was a threat. That real life, that man, they don't want to hit this man.
But it's been like that since Tecmo Bowl when Christian Okoye was around, so it's no different. The games ain't gotten that far off.
Folks don't want to hit
Christian Okoye truck you too, and you bounced off of him just like you bounced off Derrick Henry today. So yeah, it's the same thing.
Don't want to hit this man in real life either, T. So that's who I took. I'm hoping for a resurgence. I'm hoping for a bounce back off of that injury. He's acting like he's fresh. You know, he said, you know, with me not having all the carries that I usually get, I'm feeling better. I'm hoping all that is true, and I'm hoping for a big year, T. Big year out of Derrick Henry. I almost booked. Fuck it, bucket. Big year out of Derrick Henry.
Big like what? 2 G's? What we talking?
He gonna reclaim his rushing title. Book it.
Ooh.
He taking what's his back. There it is.
They gonna have to in Tennessee because they ain't got no AJ Brown. So yeah.
I told you AJ Brown ain't do all that. He got 800 some yards last year, T. Somebody can go get that.
Tannehill is a restriction.
He been that, T. And he was still doing numbers. He been that.
All I'm saying is AJ Brown bailed Tannehill out a lot.
To the tune of 800 some yards, T.
when Tannehill can't get him the ball.
He wasn't the world beater that we making him out to be.
First of all, Mike Vrabel don't believe in no throwing.
I ain't got no problem with
Obviously,
that. For my fantasy football team, I ain't got no problem with that. I just
mm,
because I didn't get none of them guys.
you will when Henry get hurt, or if he gets hurt. I ain't
Don't
gonna say
put
when.
that
I ain't gonna say
into
when.
the
I ain't gonna say when. I ain't gonna say when.
atmosphere, T.
I ain't gonna say when.
Don't
If
do
he gets
that
hurt.
to me.
If he gets hurt, here's what I say. Like, so same league we in. I got Cooper Kupp. You saw what, and I won with Cooper Kupp last year. So you saw what we did last night, Thursday night. I'm sorry.
Hold on, what pick you had?
I think I was third pick.
Okay, I'm about to say. I didn't think I just let
I think I was
Cup
pick
slide by me. Okay,
I think I was pick 3.
blessed.
I again,
Just blessed.
God gave me style, God gave me grace. 50 told me that. So, hey, when you at that point in the game, when you got that guy sitting there at 3, you got to take that guy. That's just a no-brainer.
Who went first in our league? Like what the fuck? They
auto draft. I think that auto draft king, auto draft dude, whatever. I think he pulled McCaffrey or something. Whatever. Look, put it to you like this. I'm a fantasy football junkie. I'm self-admitted.
How many leagues you in that, T, for the people? For the people.
Hold on, I'm counting. Hold on, I'm counting.
That boy still count.
I think I might be in like 8, 9 leagues. No, I'm in 10 leagues. I'm gonna say 10 straight up. I'm gonna stay 10. It's like crack. Hold on, let me get my AB on.
Of them 10, how many of money league, T?
Oh
my God.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4. I think 4 of my money leagues. I think 4 or 5 money leagues.
America.
For real.
This is my dear brother. I love him dearly. That boy that got a gambling problem.
If ain't nobody stopping AB, can't nobody stop me. That's what Beyonce said, D motherfuckers ain't stopping me.
That's what she said.
Yeah, all right, then.
Oh.
But no. I mean, it's I got JT in a lot of in a few leagues, and strangely, I auto drafted one league that's like one of my mainstays. It's a money league. I auto drafted it, but that's because I went mud riding with the fam, and I ended up with JT in that league. And then I do a league with the it's a national thing, fantasy football. And I joined their league. It's called Cut Line. And to explain to the people out there who don't know what Cut Line is like this. Okay, so the league is basically it's 175. You put up 175, and it's like a mixture of what they call best ball, which is basically the computer's gonna make your best team of your starting lineup. So like, okay, they take everybody and you make the best team, the most optimal lineup. So whoever scored the most points in all your slots, that's who you got for the week. Then once you get to a certain point, week 11, I think it is in this league, you got to put your roster together. You got to make your roster. So it's something a little different. I always like playing them because they actually kind of let you ride a little while and let you just watch and kind of manage. And then come week 11, you got to get in there and get it out the mud and put your best matchups and rosters together and stuff like that. So it's pretty fun playing Cut Line. And they told me I had an A+ team, or A team. I had an A team in Cut Line. So I had JT. I got your boy Aaron Jones. I got Nick Chubb. I got Burrow. I got some boys now. So, I'm going to sit back and ride it out and see what happens.
How many teams in that league?
So,
you sounded pretty suited.
So that league is like it was a 10-man draft. But of course, everybody else is playing Cut Line too. But in my little league, the time I drafted, I had 10 teams in my league and, that type of stuff. But what they do is, like, when you get to the point at which, when you get to playoff time, they basically, what they do is they slot you in a championship bracket or a wild card bracket. And if your point total is high enough, you can jump into the championship bracket and you can just work your way up the ladder to getting money.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I can't remember how much the number one spot is. I think it's maybe like 100 grand,
Mm-hmm.
maybe something like that. But it's just fun because you move up, you move down. Like I got a dude I work with that said basically one catch kept him from like winning like say like 5 racks or 10 racks, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just fun to have. But it's just fun to be involved with. But I'm a junkie. I admit that to America. Yes. Cooper Cup is my guy in our league, me and my brother first. Um Fantasy football is my life. How about I say that? How about I say that to America? It's just my life. It's my life. It's what I do. Been doing this. Fantasy football is the reason I was able to pay my dorm fee to get to Southern Miss. That's a little known Black history fact. Me and my pops was playing together in a league. Me and him.
Mm.
We won that league. We took that money from that league, and I was able to pay my dorm application. Remember, we had to pay the dorm app.
Is this the league that I came to one of his drafts before America? This was a live draft at some restaurant. I'm
Yep,
talking about food
that's it.
being served.
Yep,
They up
that's
in there
it.
drinking
That's it.
good.
That's
And these
it.
guys in there really like some GMs making
That's
these
it.
picks.
That's it.
I don't
That's
even
it.
think I was playing yet, but I was just
That's
like,
it.
man, this some shit here, boy. God
That's
damn.
it. That's it. That's the one. That's it.
You still in that one?
Yeah. Still in it. Still in it. We didn't do no live ones. We didn't do live ones. All the cast that's originals is kind of moving on. They go into retirement and stuff like that. So we got to reshape that, man. Live drafts are fun, man. They really are fun. Anybody out there, do a live draft, man. It's fun. Everybody talks a bunch of smack, lets each other know how terrible of a pick that is. You get it live. You don't get, in the chat room. A lot of people don't want to do the chat room thing.
I would have loved to do it on here, but I know shit we weren't gonna be able to get enough casters
Yeah.
to come on and shit.
You got to do it, man. You got to do it live, man.
Yeah, maybe that's something we can do in the future. Real ones, to my maybe me and my brother can get a few of y'all, to my hop in the league with us because we will be offering some extras coming soon here. To our members. We'll be talking to y'all about that later. Let us know in the comments if that's something that you'd like us to offer. To my have a chance to get whooped up in fantasy football by your homeboy first and Tim DJ.
Get the brakes beat off.
But overall, I think I'm satisfied with my draft so far. Even though I was doing it under duress, I had some real shit going on in my life now, trying to be a good uncle. I was on the phone with one of my nieces the entire damn draft to America. I did end up getting some guys that I wanted though. Like I said, I did have my eye on Henry. Who wouldn't? One guy I wanted, but I didn't get a chance to check his injury history in that moment like I wanted to, and that was George Kittle, my brother's tight end.
You can trade him to me. I get it. He could be a 2.
All right, but we're gonna say I'm hoping this man gonna bounce back. I did get my boy Aaron Jones out of Green Bay just with Devontae gone. I'm figuring. You never know with the boy that popped them perks, but I'm figuring that he's gonna have to check that bitch down a little more.
Kamara, man,
and that's gonna be some more catches for Aaron Jones.
Aaron
that's just
Jones,
my thinking.
Aaron Jones is gonna have a stupid year.
I like to hear.
I've said it. I'll say it again. They got to get it. They got it. Okay, let's look at Aaron's track history. We know Aaron is one of them type people that loves to throw it to the guy that he's most comfortable with, obviously, right?
Good point.
And when Devontae is not there in games that he's won without Devontae, Aaron Jones has gotten a lot of touches. They put Aaron Jones in space, got the ball in space.
With his build, do you think he's gonna be durable enough to handle that extra?
I'll put it to you like this. I think Aaron Jones is smart enough to know when to get the heck out of Dodge. Like, okay, you got you 4 or 5, get on down, get on out of bounds. I think that's the game plan with him. But I think it's all about keeping the chains moving.
Okay.
Wheeling them out the backfield, routes like that. You got him in space. He's not. He's gonna win every matchup against a linebacker. Most linebackers, 90% of linebackers, outside of a Michael Parsons or something. You know, he's gonna win those matchups, and Aaron's gonna hit you. And it's all about the name. Instead of calling Green Bay the Packers, we're gonna call Green Bay this year the Yackers. It's all about yak. Yeah. Upfield, short. I don't see them getting a lot of deep stuff with this team, but a guy like Aaron Jones in space, he's gonna create problems. So that's just my belief. I think Aaron Jones could be like the guy that saves somebody out there from losing some money. He's one of them guys. So I got him on my cut line team, and I'm gonna ride him till the wheels fall off. Because I think he's just that. I think he's just gonna be that valuable this year.
Well, I got a guy who I'm hoping gonna be one of them ones who's he's not talked about a lot at the wide receiver position, but I'm hoping he's gonna be somebody who can get it done, because somebody got to get these targets. Somebody got to get these targets, America. Okay, on whatever team you talking about, somebody got to get the targets. Somebody got to get the carries. All right, and so the guy I'm talking about right now is Terry McLaurin. Okay, he was a guy who had 128 targets last year, converted that into 77 catches for 1,053 yards. Okay, so I'm hoping that those targets gonna go up. Hoping he can convert more of those catches into catches. 128 targets, 77 receptions. You know, I would like that number to be up a little better, even though that was 60% clip.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. All right, but now look, I know the quarterback situation in Washington ain't the best. I know that, but somebody got to get them targets. You feel me? So, just trying to, because we got a deep competitive league. You ain't always just able to grab the ooh-wees and shit like that. So you try to make things work best you can. I end up with Leonard Fournette. I'm without Gronk being there. I'm hoping again Tom King check down shit. He will swing it to your ass. And Lenny seemed like he got still a little chip on his shoulder and it was something to prove and stuff. Folks forget Leonard Fournette coming out of LSU. Folks were like, "Oh my God, is he that next generational back?"
Yeah.
And he hasn't been there. He is a Super Bowl champion, but he hasn't been there. But he still, as he would say, he's still young, 26, gonna be 27 or something like that.
Yeah, he found his way in Tampa Bay, and he figured it out. It doesn't hurt to have the type of culture you need. I mean, Jacksonville was at the point where he was at his supposed peak, or when he was supposed to like take the league over. Yeah, Jacksonville was supposed to be one game away from beating New England.
Oh
with
yeah,
Blake Bortles and them, and Jalen Ramsey and them, and now
they upset the Steelers that year or something.
Yeah, I think it was the Steelers.
That was a tough one.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, T, about a fellow Mississippian that, as we tape, it's getting ripped on social media for that opening night performance, or lack thereof, and that is Cam Akers, who, in one of my publications that I checked out this year, ESPN's fantasy football joint right here, they had him.
Wait. With Derrick Henry on the front cover, which made me pick him. Let it go. No.
Oh, no.
Do that.
I've been down with King Henry. Again, I said he should have been the 2020 MVP. Man went for 2 stacks. And folks trying to act like that man ain't do nothing. He want this man is generational, America. King Henry, generational. All right. But they got Cam Akers at 16. Okay. That's over Saquon. That's over Antonio Gibson. That's over Zeke. Josh Jacobs. Okay. Like some of these guys that are in these offenses. Now he's in one of these offenses too. They got him projected for 1,097 yards on the ground and 281 through the air. And I think that motherfucker had 3 yards or 0 yards on 3 carries.
He attempted 3 attempts, 0 yards.
And social media letting that man have it.
Here's what I will say. You know, the Rams never showed me at any point last year or at any point in McVay's tenure as the head coach that he was stuck on one guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's go back. He went to the bowl with CJ Anderson and was it Todd Gurley?
The mystery of Todd Gurley.
And Todd Gurley is today. I don't think Todd Gurley is even 30 years old for real.
The mystery of Todd. That's
Okay.
mysterious. How that boy
just faded to black. Crazy.
The injuries, man. That shit
Crazy,
serious, man.
Crazy. And so you know, Sean McVay has shown you when they made the run with Jared Goff against the Patriots that year that he wasn't stuck on one running back. And he showed you the same thing even last year in the Super Bowl because Darrell Henderson was getting a lot of carries. I mean, well, he wasn't getting a lot of carries. He was getting a lot of love out the backfield. Mm-hmm. He was getting involved in plays. So it wasn't like, you know, Cam had the bell cow, just had the full load. And so, you know, I'm in drafts and stuff, and I like made a trade for Darrell Henderson and things like that, and everybody kind of clowning me a little bit, but I'm like, well, okay, first of all, I don't believe in running backs in this league. Mm-hmm. My job is to get stud wide receivers and QBs and whatnot. Just be great there. Mm-hmm. And whatever I get from the running back position is what I get. Knowing that Darrell Henderson is going to catch it out the backfield and run it. If he can give me 12 to 15 a night, I'm cool. Mm-hmm. So that was my game plan with Darrell Henderson. So when it come to Cam, everybody was talking about he was like a second round guy, first round guy, whatever. And I'm like, I don't see it. Mm-hmm. I don't see it. I don't see it. One, because he had a nice run there, but he had a guy named Andrew Whitworth on that O-line. And I think also they lost some pieces on that O-line going into this year. I believe they lost Roger Saffold. They lost Andrew Whitworth to retirement, guys like that. So now you kind of overselling what's really not there. Mm-hmm. And so
see, like in this mock draft for them, one of their supposed to be gurus, Keith Lipscomb, took Cam with the 23rd pick in round 3.
You tell Keith Lipscomb.
Hold on. Before you do that, let me tell you who he took him over.
Okay.
Took over James Conner, Mark Andrews, Nick Chubb, Keenan Allen. Why they point to it?
Okay, here's the thing. So it's funny you say Nick Chubb, right? Mm-hmm. So in my draft, my cut line draft, I took Taylor at 2. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's a snake draft, so I don't get nothing until it comes back.
Taylor went first in this draft.
I took Aaron Jones. Mm-hmm. Okay, so took Aaron Jones coming back up, then coming back down. Nick Chubb ain't off the board in the 3rd round, and I'm going, don't nobody like Nick Chubb?
I think people are thinking they're going like for real, like split the carries down the middle or something
with Kareem Hunt.
Maybe that's what they think. I'm just thinking I'm just trying to figure out what people are thinking.
Ain't no way. Listen.
That might be what they got to be what they're thinking too.
Nick Chubb has to be he has to tote the load right now until Deshaun comes back. So it ain't no secret that the ball's going to go to Nick Chubb. Like, okay, you think Jacoby Brissett going to win you games? Absolutely not. So that's why it's crazy to me that you don't go get a guy like Chubb with that kind of offensive line. Mm-hmm. Because people forget Cleveland has a really good offensive line. Mm-hmm. They can win in the trenches. So we will find that out Sunday, by the way, in the battle against Baker. But that's another story.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, you know, I think Cam has had his moments, but I don't know if Cam is truly, in terms of fantasy, a 1 or a 2 type guy. Like, I see him more 4th, 5th round. You get some receivers off the board. You need an RB2 kind of late. you might go to him. You see what I'm saying? That's just the way I view Cam Akers. Not saying he's terrible or trash or anything. I just think he hasn't fully grown into being a pro football player. He had a really good he had a decent offensive line last year to show his talent. This year, his talent hasn't really shown. It's interesting that he didn't get 3 carries. And it's funny that McVay said, well, he's got to maximize his opportunities. Well, you can't maximize opportunities off 3 carries. So miss me with that, Sean. Like that just don't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you Bo Jackson and you playing Tecmo Bowl, that's the only way you can maximize 3 carries. And for all my people that know what I'm talking about out there.
I know that's right.
So,
well, America, y'all chime in. Let us know who y'all take number 1 in your fantasy draft. What's your team looking like? Fill us in on some sleepers, okay? Help me win this money, okay? Y'all can do that.
Don't help him win this money. I won that league last year. How about that?
Yeah,
I'm the champ. I'm the champ.
He is a champ currently, all right? But let us know, America. Put it on something.
Thank you so much for watching my daddy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and turn on your post notifications. Okay, how do I do it?